Hello, my name is Adrian Young from No Doubt. This is the ALS Awareness Month, and believe it or not, it's been 70 years since Lou Gehrig died of ALS. Yet we have no cure for this disease and very little for treatment. Very few people know how this disease robs the bodies of those people affected with it. Those affected by ALS cannot talk, eat, or move. I've seen this firsthand because my mom has ALS. Please bring awareness. Please join the fight. Talk to your friends or help your favorite ALS organization. Or check out a webisode like Often Awesome. It's time to find a cure for this fucked up disease right now.
I was one of Mike's first friends when he moved here. So glad I met him too. He does these shows from the heart, and you can tell.
A lot of the kind of theme that I've taken with the benefit shows is bands that have some connection, personal connection to Tim in some way, shape, or form. It makes it a better event when the bands have something invested because they are doing it for free. I found out probably earlier in the week that Tim was going to be able to come to the show. The fact that he was able to type on the Toby computer and convey what he was feeling and what he was thinking. And people were so happy that they were able to see Tim and say hello to him and talk to him.
It was nice to communicate this time, albeit slow. To ask about Nate Paul's baby, talk to David from House of Fools, and to catch up with Kenny, the owner, who I used to work for.
That was a great part of the night, being around Tim and seeing how happy he was to see his old friends and in a rock show environment, having a good time. A lot of the members of the bands had personal connections to Tim. It just got that vibe, you know, that community vibe, and that's something that has been special about all the events that we've done, is that people come together and you really feel this strong bond in the room.
I feel like a lot of times we end up thinking about the music industry, and I think this was really special for us because it reminded us of the music community. You know, that's something that Tim was always a part of. I mean, I used to see him back in the day, you know, and I think it kind of reminded all of us, like, why we do this. You know, we're not here for record deals and shit like that. We're here because we love music and we love people, and that's, to me, what that show is all about.
It's a natural instinct, you know, like human nature to want to help out, especially if you can. And us going to play a show is helping out, and it's seriously the least we can do, you know. It happens every day. If you can take the chance to let it slip away. Take the chance to let it slip away.
The often awesome momentum keeps growing, and we never miss an opportunity to educate. Episode 26 says it all right there.
Nobody should have to live this way and die this way. I've seen support come in the most amazing ways this year through.
You could feel the energy in the room. Even though it was dead silent, people were engaged and emotional and invested. And I think we touched a lot of people that maybe just heard about ALS, just heard about Tim's struggle and fight and what he's trying to do to raise awareness about ALS, and I think that was very powerful.
Our band actually went on directly after the video that Tim had presented, and you just saw everybody's faces in the crowd. Just it's everybody becoming aware and learning so much more about what has gone on with Tim. It made it that much more impactful, and it felt right what we were doing.
So I found out about halfway through the show that Kenny, the owner of Greene Street, called in to Mike Carter, the manager, and said that he wanted to donate a large portion of the bar sales to Often Awesome, and that was not discussed at all when we initially set up the show. That really confirmed why we do that show at Greene Street, is because they know Tim and they know about ALS now, and they are personally invested and emotionally invested in this. They did everything above and beyond what they could do for us. Their generosity and hospitality that night was just incredible.
The whole night was so heartwarming. Really glad I made it. Thanks Mike, Joel, Kenny, Mark, Brown, the Army, the bands, everyone that helped. I can't believe this is still going, much less getting stronger.
I think a lot of people in Tim's position would hide what's going on because it's painful and it's uncomfortable, and it makes people feel painful and uncomfortable. And I think it's an incredible statement that he's brave enough to show it to the world. You know, like, here's pain, here's love, here's what happens when they meet together. I think that's an amazing thing, and that's the only way we had to say thank you, was to play the show.
Well, I'll die trying, I'll never give up. Even when the odds are down, when no one gives a fuck. And even when pigs are flying, hell is frozen up. Well, I'll die trying, I'll never give up. And I know it's hard to love someone whose head is in the stars. But don't give up, hold on soon. Until I've kept my promise and have given you the moon, I will die trying, I'll never give up. Even when the odds are down, when no one gives a fuck. Not even when pigs are flying, hell is frozen up. Well, I'll die trying, and I'll never give up.